Hey, welcome. Hopefully, I don't bore you too much today. Thanks for trying to make an attempt to reduce some paper in our building. This video shouldn't take too long. Should be a good resource for you in the future, and I know we'll need it again in the future for the fall. So what I'm going to do also is send out a little quick how-to with some screenshots, so you can use that or print that and use that in the fall. So this main page right here is our homepage for all of us. You'll see a whole bunch of information. These are just kind of news things from Mastery Manager. You can ignore all this and go right into your assessments. In order to start your test, you need to click on it, just like you normally would. Here you'll see most of the multiple choice answers or performance answers that you have already entered in. The good news is you don't have to do anything different. If you already have it in the system to make it online, you don't have to do anything additional. So what I'm going to show you quickly is if you only have the multiple choice. Now in the future, you can also put the entire question so the kids don't even need a copy of the test on their desk. At this point, if you only have answers in, they will still need a paper copy of the test on the desk. However, you can eliminate paper by only having one per class or a class set. So here we go. We're in this fifth post test for us in geography, and so you'll want to click on this online. It comes up with all these yellow boxes. These are your codes that you will need to put on the board or remember or come back to in order to do the online version. So the first thing you want to do is activate each test. Now the nice thing, you can choose when you want to have the test. If you want to do it on a specific day, a certain time, so kids can't log into it any other time, you can actually set these times. At this point, I think it's easiest just to activate, and then when the day is over, unactivate it. But make sure down here you always click save before moving on. So now my test is active. If I go online, I would be able to find it. I'm going to use this code 24FH. It's my only 7th grade group. So yes, it does matter like what section you have for each hour. So you want to ensure that you have the right section for the right hour. So what you need to do at this point, it's active, and so nothing has changed. You haven't done anything different, but you've activated an online test. So what you want to do is go have the students log in, and they will have to go to, I already have it open, but I'll type it in again, examlogin.com. It'll bring you to this screen. The, the code is the one that I just showed you in the yellow. This is specific for each class. I'm going to use my 24FH, and fine. You'll notice right away it pulls up your test name right here. This is the first step. You just ensure that each kid has the right test pulled up for what you're trying to test them on. Then student ID is their student ID. As long as it's entered in our system correctly, which all of them should be, they'll be able to pull it up. I'm going to use one of my students and find. You'll see that a name pops up. At this point, if they've entered the wrong thing, they can move on and say this is not me. They can reset to go to a different test, or they can choose the option to start the test. Pretty easy. When the test loads, you can see this would be the same exact thing as your bubble sheet. Students, when they're filling this out, all they have to do is click the button, answer that. If they want to choose a different answer, pick a different one, or they can clear it all together. So it's all nice, it's all in one spot, so at the end of a test, they can go back and look at it. When they are finished, you click finish. Now, there's a whole bunch of different options as far as setting time limits on tests, and eventually you can enter each question so it pops up just like an MCA or a NWEA test would look like. But this, at this point, for all of us, I think is the easiest. And you can mess with the options if you feel a little more comfortable, but this is the first step. Now, when they do click finish, I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to finish her test for her, but it would show them their answers right away. Also, this goes directly into your account so you can see what the kids got for a score. Performance questions, you would still have to do separate. However, at this point, you can set it up. I can meet with you individually to do that, but at this point, I think a lot of people just want the multiple choice option. So again, going through one more time as a review, you'll open your test, post test for me. Then in this screen, you'll click in the upper right hand side, online. You'll see the code. Make sure your test is activated, and then when kids come in, I would have something on the board, something, the instructions, examlogin.com, and then the 4-digit code that they will need to log into the test. At that point, it should be self-explanatory to the kids as long as they have it on their desk, and should be ready to roll. So then go back here. Again, you want to go to exam login. And the nice thing is when you do change individuals or reload a page or refresh a page, it will start all over. And so you don't have to worry about one student getting into another student's version, especially on the Chromebooks if you don't log them all the way down. So hopefully this helps. Again, I'm willing to meet with anybody individually to go through some more of the options that are available, but at this point, this is a very brief way to eliminate a whole bunch of paper in our building. So thanks for listening, and contact me if you have any help. Need any help.